Hi guys, and welcome to the Alakazam Video Blog. Wow, we're back on the second week in a row.
I know, come on!
Yeah,
we're in.
Let's hear it for us.
Yeah, very good. Do you know what, we've been actually really good this week because we've had a lot going on. We've filmed a lot. If you joined us for the Phil Smith live launch, then that was one thing we had. We also filmed lots of stuff with Phil Y was here as well. Of course, the Academy. So there's always stuff going on here.
And the Alakazam Live.
Yeah, we had, I think, well, the best feedback from one of our lives, and that was last Tuesday. It was incredible. It was a great live, and it was more about tips and hints and ideas and stuff that we've experienced working that people were asking, and everyone was getting involved in it, and it was just phenomenal. If
you haven't taken part in our lives, they go live every Tuesday at 2 PM over on our YouTube channel, and it's not this channel, it's not the Academy channel, it's just the Alakazam YouTube channel and our Alakazam Facebook page. Now the difference between the vlogs and the lives, the vlogs are where we tell you about the new tricks, tell you a bit about what's happening. With the lives, even though we will mention new tricks occasionally, it's more about interacting with you guys. So if you've got questions, you can fire them in and we answer them live, and it gets into a big discussion, which was great. This week was particularly good because we just went off on a tangent really about performing, how to approach tables and things like that.
And it's over on our Facebook page now still if you missed it and you want to go and see it and view it, and it's really great because we understand it's a Tuesday afternoon, not everyone can make it at the time. So at the time there's between 50 and 100 people, so it's an intimate crowd, and all the questions that get asked get answered, and well, as much as we can. It's great fun, and we give away a mug every week.
We certainly do give away a live mug. So anyway, this week we've got a bit of a Phil Smith special. For those of you that didn't see the product launch, didn't tune in for that, we're going to talk about Phil's products. We've also got some performances of Phil demonstrating each of his products, and because we know some of you guys don't watch the live launches for whatever reason, Phil has allowed us to extend the deals that we had running.
Oh, cool.
Okay? So you can still grab these at a special price, but that will be over the weekend only. So as of Monday, the special prices will stop. They will go back to normal.
Right.
All right? So you've got this weekend to grab your bargain.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil. Yeah. But before we go on to that, just to let you know, if you haven't tried out the Academy, we've got 2 courses in February. We've got the great Michael Vincent and my best buddy Mark Spellman, both coming in to do Academy courses. And in March, you're not in February.
No, if he's your best buddy.
He's my best buddy in February. But in March, if you've never tried the Academies, in March, all of our courses are reduced by 25% as a bit of a taster for you guys. And we've got John Carey, we've got Morgan and West, we've got my March best buddy Dave Loosely, and we've also got Nate Cranzo from the US of A coming over to give 2 courses. One on cards and mentalism, and one on coins and everyday objects. Now you can purchase those separately or as a bundle and save even more money. But your course, yours is slightly different to the standard courses we have going on. Tell us a bit about it, David.
Right, well, I don't want to go over too much of what is said on the trailer, so I'll cover a few bits afterwards, but basically I wanted to take the creative side of magic and actually open it up into a course and talk about, even down to the things like how to create a routine, transitions between tricks, how to make it flow, where to start, and also set yourself a challenge of hopefully creating something live on on the Academy. I've got Jamie Dawes going to be joining me as well. But let's take a look at the trailer, and that should cover a little bit more information about the course.
So here's Dave's trailer.
So how do you make yourself stand out against 10 other magicians all performing the same trick? Well, this comes down to your originality, creativity and performance style, which is exactly what I'll be covering in my Alakazam Online Academy course. One of my closest friends in magic, the incredible Jamie Dawes, will be joining me as my host and will be guiding you through not just the tricks that I'll be teaching, but the creative process that I go through in order to get to that end goal. Now, as well as teaching you a ton of unpublished material, I'm going to show you how I structure my routines and place transitions in between 2 or 3 effects to allow them to run seamlessly. The tricks that I'll be teaching you vary from cards to everyday objects like coins and coffee sleeves, and have been carefully selected to get your creative mind ticking. Not only that, but I'm going to throw in a utility idea which I know the moment you look at it, you're going to come up with your own creative ideas. A question I get asked quite a lot is, how do you bring gimmicks both in and out of play? Now, I have some very simple solutions to this question, of which I'm going to go through in full detail. And of course, Jamie Dawes is going to be there with me to add in his experience and ideas along the way. This course has been created with the Alakazam Academy in mind. It's going to take full advantage of the fully interactive format. We're going to answer all of your questions and give you a greater understanding to how you can make magic more personal to you and not just another trick. I'm Dave Lucy, and I cannot wait for you to join me on my Creative Collective course exclusively for the Alakazam Online Academy.
Right, so that's the information on Dave's course. You can find out full details on our website. Just go to the Alakazam Magic Academy section and it's all listed in there. But grab your tickets now because they are selling pretty fast. So now on to these amazing products by our very good friend Phil Smith. Now we've been stocking Humint.
Yeah.
Thrift Store Find was something that you're a big fan of.
Yeah.
And Spellender is his brand new effect. So the first place you would have seen it would have been our live launch.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Humint.
This basically, I think I overlooked it a little bit.
Yeah, I did as well, to be honest.
Yeah, until we saw it yesterday, and I was like, I love that. And it, you know, the coin itself is mainly what you're getting here. You're getting obviously
a routine
and something else, but the coin is from which you can create your own routines and ideas, and obviously you get that supplied a routine to do with it. I think, are they going to get the after show with the bundles?
Yes, they will.
Yeah, in which case Phil goes over another routine on there as well, which was nice as well. So it covers another one there. But it is brilliant, and Phil filmed it with me. So
cool. Well, this I will say that I overlooked this the same as Dave. Since Phil showed me it again last night, I've picked myself one up. Harry, who's sort of getting into magic now, has picked one up. I know you've got one anyway, but to me, my mind was racing with ideas when I saw him perform it and when I actually got a good look at the coin. Even things as simple as grabbing a Sven pad, getting someone to open a pad anywhere, let's say it was a list of celebrities or whatever it might be, open it up, and now you use the truth or lie coin. You ask some questions, but obviously you know the answer to those questions before you ask them.
Yeah.
So you can tell whether they're lying or telling the truth, or combine it with something like digital false bag.
Yeah.
And you've got another great effect, so it's all in your pocket. Just have this digital false bag on your phone, and you're ready.
And if you are playing with cards, something as simple as a force, I mean, it's just going to amplify the reveal.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely.
Definitely.
Really cool.
Right, so let's watch a performance of Humint.
Dave, I've always been fascinated by how interrogators do what they do. It's a fascinating field. We've got to learn a lot about a person in a very short amount of time.
Right.
Now, interrogators appreciate 2 skills above all others. The first is the ability to identify a lie, and the second is the talent to discover the truth that's hiding behind it.
Right.
Now, to train these 2 skills, they play a simple game, and we're going to play that here tonight.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is to think of any object anywhere in the world. It could be from any period in history. It could be an Alakazam mug. It could be James Bond's car. It could be the Crown Jewels. It could be the Eiffel Tower. Anything big or small. The only proviso is that at the end of this, if you say what it is, it has to be something where everybody at home is going to know what that is. So nothing super obscure. Do you think you might have something in mind that you can...
Yeah.
What I want you to do, Dave, is to... I'm going to look away, I'm going to ask you to write that down. If you want to play at home, don't watch what he's writing, but I'm going to just look over here, okay? When you finish writing it down, what I want you to do is just to turn that card face down, so when I turn back, I won't be able to see what it is that you've written, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, done?
Yeah.
So if I look around, I won't see what you've written, right?
Correct.
Wonderful. Right, I'm just going to, let's take this. I'm just going to open this up to the middle. And I'm going to stick this in. So here's how this game works. What I've got is this little coin. On one side it says tell the truth. On the other side it says tell a lie. So I'm going to ask you, it's kind of like 20 questions but really condensed down. So for each question that I ask you, it's going to be a simple yes no question. I want you to flip the coin. You need to think of what the real answer is and then have a look without letting me see. If it says tell the truth, you're going to give me the truth, unvarnished.
Okay.
If it says tell a lie, I want you to tell me maybe just any lie answer, but make it as convincing as possible because I'm still practicing this.
Okay.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
You take this, just double check that that doesn't always flip onto the same side because I wouldn't want people thinking that that's how this works. Okay, so lie that time, lie again. I feel like we could be here for a while until you prove that it's... You've broken it by trying to make it work.
There
yeah, so
we go.
like 1 out of every 5. Oh, Jesus.
True.
Okay, great. If you're not satisfied that it is fair, you can always turn it over in your hand.
I am satisfied.
Right, fair
I am
enough.
satisfied.
So here's the first question. Right? The question is, this object that you're thinking of, is it bigger than a cow? Don't tell me what the answer is. Think of the real answer. Then I want you to flip the coin and look at it. And then either give me the truth or the lie. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So this is question number 1. Is it bigger than a cow?
No.
No, it's not bigger than a cow. You look very steely in your resolve there. I think that you're trying to conceal something. I think that the object that you're thinking of is bigger than a cow. You did think about it earlier on and you weren't super... I'm going to say... Oh, that's a bit ambiguous. I'm going to say that that one's a lie. Well, maybe we'll come back to this one. Part of how this works is because the questions are often quite ambiguous. So the next question is, this object, could you hug it satisfyingly for you or it? Okay, so think of the real answer, flip the coin, don't let me see what it says. Could you hug it?
Yeah.
You could hug it.
Yeah.
You seem very certain that you could hug it. I'm going to say that that one's true, but it's interesting. Could you hug it? I'm not sure if you would be satisfied. Okay, I'm slightly lost on this one, so I'm going to go for the wild card question. What did you have for dinner yesterday? Think of it. You nearly got there, did you? Think of the real answer.
I had ribs and chicken.
Ribs and chicken, grilled or fried?
Grilled.
Spicy sauce?
No.
Any chips?
No.
I think that might be. I think that one might be true. I think I know what you're thinking of here. I've got I think I've got an idea. Put the coin down, we don't need that now because the next question you're going to give a true answer to. So, what was the object that you were thinking of?
My car.
My car? My car or your car?
My car.
I thought you were thinking of my car because I put my car.
Brilliant.
Close enough.
Very
There we go.
good.
So, a future interrogation awaits.
You can read me.
Right, so that was Humint by Phil Smith. Now, I'll tell you, he has got some different offers. They're on our website as live launch deals, I believe. Deal number 1 was for Spellinger. Usual price is £45. You can buy it if you go for deal number 1 for 35. Sorry, it's usually 40, but you can get it for 35.
Yeah.
Deal number 2 are for these 2 items, which is Humint and Thrift Store Find. and deal number 3 was for all 3 of the items. All right. So this is great. Really, what you're buying is that routine you're seeing, but most importantly, you're getting that beautifully designed coin with truth and lie on it, which I'm sure if you're into mentalism or any type of magic, you'll be able to use it. Even if you boil it down to something as simple as forcing a card.
Yeah.
You know, you could do something with it. So that's Human. They're in stock now. The next one we're going to talk about is this one. And I know I've seen this before because you were at Blackpool last year and you picked it up.
Yeah.
And I know you were raving about it. So what was it about it that you really liked?
I think it was the fact that it was a bit different. I could relate to the kind of the story he tells about these things that he used to buy when he was a kid and they never used to work, like the old X-ray specs and sea monkeys and all that sort of stuff. And when he brought this out, it looked like something you would pick up from like Hawkins Bazaar or a joke shop. And I was intrigued straight away. And then when he did it, I was like, that's brilliant. It's just quirky, it's easy to do, it's fun, and it just packs into a little box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a great little prop to just bring out on the table and place there, because even the box, Phil has designed the box it comes in, not this one, but you actually get a flat pack box inside that you just pop open. But even that looks like it's from the era. Even the stock it's printed on and everything else, it just looks really cool.
Do you know what I'd like to do, right? You know, with Christmas crackers, you can kind of make your own Christmas crackers. I think it would be brilliant to put that into one of the Christmas crackers around the table and maybe have it at your desk or whatever. Put it, and then you just read the instructions. Go, hey, let's try this.
Yeah.
I mean, what better way? And then it always works.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's brilliant. Obviously, you can use it other than Christmas.
Yeah.
But it is fun, and we got performance of it.
Brilliant. So here it is, the inexplicable thrift store find.
Dave, when I was a kid, I was fascinated by the bizarre and surreal novelties that were advertised in the back of the comic books that I used to read. There was all manner like weird and unusual things, like sea monkeys, X-ray specs, and even a device that would allow you to give somebody an electric shock when you shook their hands. The picture showed lightning coming off their hair. Now, when they arrived, I discovered that actually the companies that sold these peddled disappointment.
Yes.
Because none of them actually did what they said on the box. The sea monkeys weren't monkeys, they didn't live in the sea. The joy buzzer just sort of vibrated slightly and made people mildly surprised. There was no lightning. Yeah. And X-ray specs don't let you see through people's clothes. No. Dismal disappointment. There was one item that this company sold though. They sold for 1 year. It worked every single time, and no one ever found out how it worked. Right. It's become a bit of a white whale for collectors like myself, but I've actually got one that I want to show you guys tonight, and it's the psychic game. So let me show you what you got when you bought the psychic game. Inside the box, there was an old-fashioned dice, a little counter, and you've got these cards that help you play the game, including the rules. So what I'd like you to do, Dave, we're going to play the psychic game, but I want you to mix these cards, but I don't want you to see what's on this side, okay? It works every single time, but I don't want to jinx it.
Okay. Okay.
So, when this came out, because it works every single time, people were suspicious and thought that perhaps the reason why it worked every single time is because the dice always rolls the same number. It doesn't always roll the same number. So what I'd like to do is just to satisfy yourself that it's a normal large dice, okay, and that it doesn't roll the same number every single time, please.
15, 10, and 17. Yeah, different.
Okay, fun rolls are over. This is the business roll now. So you're going to roll it once, and that's the roll that we've got. It says on here, it says roll the mystical dice and count to the number shown on the top triangle. Turn over the card you land on and follow the instructions to experience the mysterious psychic game. So this is the roll.
Right. No pressure.
No pressure. So the number that you've got to is 15.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to count backwards and along like this. So you want to count?
Yeah.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Right. Turn over the card you land on and follow the instructions to experience the mysterious psychic game.
Okay.
You revealed
A star.
Star. But there's an instruction as well. It says now move 1 space to the left.
Okay.
So let's move this guy across.
Sorry.
You've got to move 1 space.
You got to do it.
You've got to follow the rules. So you reveal the star and the cross. Now move 4 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got the star and the cross.
Yeah.
This one's the square.
Yeah.
Star, cross, square. Now move 2 spaces to the left.
1, 2.
So we had star, cross, square, wavy lines, or bacon as it's known in the industry. Star, cross, square, wavy lines, move 1 space to the right. And the last card says, you revealed the star, the cross, the square and the wavy lines in that order. Thank you for playing the psychic game.
Perfect.
It works every single time and no one ever knows how.
Right, so that was the inexplicable thrift store find.
Nicely said.
And it's self-working.
Yeah, it's so easy, and I mean, you see the result there. When the people will want to see this again, and it is one of those ones that I don't feel nervous in going. Okay, give it a little bit of time, 10 minutes, or whatever. We're like, yeah, go again.
And it doesn't matter what number comes up; it just works.
Yeah, they're in control of the dice.
Yeah,
it's very good, and different.
Yeah,
that's what's important.
That's the thing. Well, if you were doing like a little sit-down piece, it's most probably not the stuff you would do at tables. But if you were doing a little sit-down piece, and I know you do places like the Magic Circle a lot, where it's a perfect environment. You've got the table in front of you, you've got a little audience sitting there. To bring the box out and place it down, and then go on with some other stuff, and then people will be intrigued by what this box is.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, then you pick it up, give it a little rattle, and take the bits out and perform it.
Yeah,
it'll be great, and especially if you can easily intertwine a story of your childhood and looking in those comics, and people will be engaged by that anyway.
Oh, massively.
It's just a great effect. It really is. It's a powerful effect as it is, but with the story and the props built in, makes it something a little bit special, I think. So once again, that's in store at the moment, and remember, you've got this weekend to get these at a special price as well. So now it brings us on to the last but not least product of the three, which is Spellender. Now this is Phil's brand new release. We are the first people to have it in stock. He launched it live on the Alakazam Live product launch. And once again, believe it or not, this is self-working.
Yeah, it's really easy to do and very baffling. I mean, the stuff you get with it is really nicely made as well. The deck is superb. It comes, you'll see some writing on the deck as you see the trailer. It comes complete.
Yeah, so you don't have to write anything on the cards, it's all done for you. And Phil has designed the writing so it looks like you've written it on. He's also obviously chosen the best places within the card to put the writing.
And so, he actually created this deck as well. This is a deck of cards, the back design.
He done everything for this trick.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is buy it and add your own deck, and you're ready to go. So this is the trailer for Spellender.
Dave,
yes.
I'd like you to just think of any month in the year. Okay, so it could be one that's important to you, or it could be just one that you've randomly chosen. What month are you thinking of?
February.
Right. What I've got just here is a little works calendar, and it's got all 12 months in it, as you might expect.
Yeah.
Great value. And it's also got 365 days in it, different months, different dates.
Yeah.
The addition is every single day I've written a word next to. So there's 365 different words in there as well. Now, some of these words are things like generosity and talent, maybe lacking around here. But they're like abstract words. They're not objects that you can reach out and grab. Other words are words like bottle and table, and these are things that you can put your hands on. Just to smooth things along today, I want you to just think of, we're going to pick one of the words which is like an object that you can imagine. We're in February here.
Yep.
What I'd like you to do is just to, first of all, double check that there's actually more than one of those on there, that there's a few different options for you. And when you're satisfied that you can choose between a different number, I want you to make a completely free choice of one of those object words, okay? Don't tell me what it is. Even if you think I might have seen where your eyes are pointing, you can move them around or something, so I can't cheat like that. I'm going to cheat in a completely different way.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have one in mind.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, it's a completely freely chosen word. I couldn't make you pick that word, and there's no way I could know what the word is that you're thinking of. Right, put that down for a second. we're going to make a another few free choices here. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the cards like this. I want you to say stop at any time you feel like it. Just there. And again.
Stop.
One last time.
Stop.
Wonderful. Now, I'm going to give you these 3 cards just here.
Okay.
Now let me see what they are. Now, I want you to just think of one of those cards. Don't move it around, don't change it. You're just going to think of it. It's a free choice. Now, even if I could have made you stop at exactly those 3 moments, which I can't make you stop, there's no way I could know now which of those you're going to be thinking of.
No.
Okay, so you hold on to those for a second, but remember the card, and you remember the word, and you also need to remember the date that that word falls on in the month. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So now we've got these 2 different things. You're thinking of a word which was freely chosen, and there's no way that I could know what it is, genuinely.
Yeah.
And there's a card that you've made a free choice of, and again, there's no way that I could know what it is. The important thing is that there's no connection between them. So if you had chosen a different one of these cards, it wouldn't have affected what word you'd chosen.
Right. Nice.
And if you'd picked a completely different word, then it couldn't possibly affect what card it was you'd chosen.
Correct.
Wonderful. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to count to your month and your date.
Okay.
So the month was February, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to January, February here. I'm going to do it like this so it's nice and clean. I can't possibly miscount. So what was the dates that you were thinking of?
The 8th.
The 8th. So we'll count. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And now we're going to spell to just the suit of the card that you're thinking of. So if it was spades, it's S-P-A-D-E-S. Spelling, you know. You know what spelling is.
Got it.
So what was the suit of the card that you were thinking
Diamonds.
of? Wonderful. So D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S. And now for the first time, what was the value? We're going to spell to the value.
It was a 5.
Okay. F-I-V-E. So let me just explain what's happened here. Each one of these cards has got a word written on it.
Right.
So brick, owl, egg, apple. And so in the same way we have 365 words in here, there's just 52 different words in here. Now if you'd have picked one date earlier, we would have had this, candy cane, which would have been nice. If you'd have picked one date more, we would have had this, bowl.
Yeah.
We didn't, we ended up with the 8th of February.
Yeah.
And the card was the
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. Now, for the first time, what was the word that you were thinking of?
Motorbike.
Motorbike. So if this card is the 5 of diamonds with the word motorbike written on it, well, that'll be pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
So hopefully, you guys at home are going to like that.
Spot on.
Right, so that was the performance of Spellender. And remember, all these are in stock. And there's 3 deals to choose from.
Yeah.
Deal number 1 is Spellender by itself, which is usually £40, but it's down at £35 if you buy deal number 1. Deal number 2 are these 2. So we got Human and the thrift store find. And deal number 3 is all 3 of the items, once again at a special price.
Yeah.
I think it's like 80 quid, but you get it for 60.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's really worth checking out.
We're going to mention on this as well. Obviously, that was performed in a one-on-one environment, but this is great with 2 people.
Yeah.
Sort of open it up. Obviously, it gives a person less to remember.
And it flows a lot quicker with 2 people, because one of them's looking there, concentrating on that, the other one's doing this.
Actually, I had to do both jobs in that instance, which works, and it is a great intimate piece of magic. But if you've got a group, it flows quicker, and it's very nice.
But that's when you see the work and the thought that's gone into that, it's quite crazy actually. How there's a few tricks that come in, and you look at it and you go, how? How did you come up with that?
How did you get to that point? Yeah, where did you start?
It was the same with agility when I first saw that. I thought, how did you work that out? Really, how did you do it? But Phil is a fantastic creator. I've known him for many years, and all his tricks are very, very well thought out. They're all very well thought out. So all of these are in stock now, guys. And remember, you can grab your special deals on them all over this weekend. But on Monday, it will end. Wow. All right, and they all go back to their normal prices. So I think that brings us to the end of this vlog.
Yeah.
We've just got to say, remember, guys, on Tuesday evenings, not evenings, Tuesday afternoons, at 2 p.m, you can join us live for our Alakazam Live over on Facebook and YouTube. And the whole idea of the lives, as we said, is a time to communicate with you guys and just answer your questions, have a chat, have some fun. We give away a mug. Sometimes we've got prizes, special offers.
Yeah.
It's a really good show to be involved in. So if you're about on a Tuesday at 2 p.m, join us. If you're not, you can always catch up on our Facebook page.
Or as some of our viewers like to do, is take their break later at 2 o'clock.
So and join in.
And some people watch it like hiding under the table. We don't encourage that, but it'd be great to have you with us. So thank you so much for joining us. As always, share the word about Alakazam. Let's get this up to 13,000 and we'll be giving away a lot of magic.
Yeah. So guys, until next week, either on the Academy, on one of the lives, or right here at the Alakazam Vlog, we will see you then. Have a great week.
See you guys.